Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube video. Today it's going to be a showing off video. Now I got some items from my father, I got some items from my friend Blake, and I got some items off a guy I did a deal with on Facebook, you know who you are, and I got some items from the flea market. I hope you enjoy. Let's get started. First things first is the stuff my dad got me. He got me some Winchester knives, one to keep, one to sell. This is the one I'm keeping. A beautiful Winchester lockback. Of course, I do know these are made in China, but my father did get this for me, and I'm still going to keep it. Beautiful knife. Next is this Winchester multi-tool. This one's going to be put for sale because I'm not a multi-tool guy unless it's a good brand like Buck or Leatherman. So if anybody wants this, you can happily hit me up in the comments. Another item my father helped me get, and I am very, very grateful for this one. This is a Buck 112. Slim Ranger, tan colored buck knife. Beautiful. Love that pocket clip. Now, those who know me know I'm not really a pocket clip guy. I normally like to carry them in the original cases. But I'm actually going to give this one a try, and I'm actually going to carry this because it is a buck, and the 112 is one of my favorites. So I'm going to carry this one. Let's hope it works out. And I love this knife. It's very light and it has a good grip to it. Beautiful knife. Thank you very much, Dad. He got one for himself, too. Next is another one of my favorite items he helped me get. This is a Buck. I'm going to butcher this name a little bit. Wichita Stone, or Wichita Stone. In the original box. That's awesome. These are a little bit collectible, and I love collecting anything Buck. Thank you very much, Dad. Next is some items I got in the lots that we do. Normally what we do is he buys a lot of knives, I clean them up for him, we sell them, and in exchange for me cleaning them up, I get to keep one or two for myself. So these are some of the ones I kept. This is one of the ones I kept. This beautiful shape, Mccullen & Sons Chicago Electrician's knife. This one's a 3-bladed, that alone makes it unique. But how I clean this up was very unique compared to what I normally do. Normally what I do is I use a wire disc and I get all the rust off, and then I go to work hand sanding, yada yada. This one I didn't do that. This one I used a Scotch-Brite disc that was on a Dremel wheel that I had just saw my friend 357 use. And I was wondering if it would work, so what I did is I got it on my disc, I got it on my Dremel and actually used it, and it took all the patina and rust off without a problem. Didn't even cause any sparks. So that was an awesome thing I tried, and it turned this knife back into a beautiful knife. I cleaned the back spring, and of course I hand sanded it and polished it later on. But it came out beautiful. Can't beat a classic, and it is snappy. And then another one I got from a lot was this Cutmaster Electrician's knife. This one I actually did not clean up. When we bought the lot, we noticed this knife, and it's in really good shape. Whoever owned this knife did a really good job taking care of it. They completely polished up the blade and the tool, and they took good care of this knife. Whoever this person is, if you somehow see this video, you did a good job. Because this is going straight in my collection. I don't have any Cutmaster Electrician's knives, which is another style I love to collect. And the bail I actually made myself because the original one was gone. Next is another item my father helps me get. This is an Imperial Frontier lockback. The small version. Beautiful knife, very collectible. And I just recently found out about these, and we're going to try to get the other ones as well when we can find them. Beautiful knife. Can't beat a classic. And then, speaking of a classic, my father also got me a yellow Victorinox classic from my collection. Beautiful. Thank you very much, Dad. If it's a color I don't have, I want it. Nope. Oh, we still got a few more. Next is some items that I'll be cleaning up. First is this Victorinox hiker model. And this particular one, I'm going to clean up and keep for myself. We bought a lot of Victorinoxes, and he kept a few, and I'm keeping a few. So this is a hiker model that I'll be keeping. And then here's this unique one. I already have a blue one, but the reason this one's a little more unique is because it's got that tool with it. My father's already got one. I don't have one, so he let me have this one in exchange for cleaning the rest of them up. And here's the two that we'll be putting for sale. There's these two black Victorinox classics. These I'll be putting for sale. If anybody wants them, you can happily hit me up. And then my father also got me a Victorinox Tinker model. I mean, this is the recruit model, my mistake. Very beautiful knife. Again, one of my favorites. My father actually carries one of these with him. Alright, that's all my stuff that my father gave me. Thank you very much, Dad. That's awesome. Next is the stuff I got from the flea market. This was a jewel to find. And because of where I'm from and where I live, I had to get this. This is a McGrew Knife and Company, made right here in Glenwood, Arkansas, pocket knife. Found this brand new in the box at a flea market for only $2. Well, it's not brand new. I take that back. The knife itself has seen better days, but it's in marvelous shape, despite it being, a little roughed up and get all the blades out. This one I am going to clean up and preserve in my collection. The blade's broken right here, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm going to round that off and actually make it a usable blade. I'm going to completely restore this, make this look brand new, and this is going in my collection because I don't have anything in my collection that says it was made here in Arkansas. And Arkansas was the center of knife making in its heyday. So it's awesome that I finally have something that was made here in Arkansas. Beautiful knife, and it has the original box with it. You can't beat that. And the original paperwork with it. Best $2 I have ever spent. And next is at another flea market I went to. I found this Charade Uncle Henry. Sadly, the blade on this is severely beat up. So what I plan to do is I will take this apart and I will put a brand new blade in it. And another Charade blade, of course. And I'll probably end up keeping this or selling this. I don't know yet. It'll all depend on what happens when I get done with it. And then last but not least is I picked up another file with the original handle. This one kind of already has a blade shape. As you can see, it's small on this side and flat on this side. So it's kind of already got a blade shape. So this one I'm going to make into a knife. And the handle I'm going to reuse and either make into a knife or reuse it for some files I already got. For $2, you can't beat that. And it is a Nicholson File, which is a very good brand. And speaking of files, now moving on to stuff Blake gave to me. And he and I did a trade a while back where I gave him an axe head. In exchange, he gave me all these files. So here they all are. First, I've got a Rasp, which I will definitely be using. I won't turn a knife into this one. Next is a no-name, but I'm going to suspect this is probably a Nicholson File. And then the large one. Yep, this is a Nicholson. Beautiful. And then next is a Mill Bastard File. That's a good one. That's going to make a good knife. And then next. Oh, yeah, there. Next is another Nicholson File. That's awesome. And next is, another Nicholson File. Awesome. These make very good knives. And this one is what I'm going to do for him just out of goodness. Because he thought this was a file, which I don't blame him. It does look like a file. But when you see the way it's shaped, it's a wood wedge. And my friend Blake wants me to make him a knife out of this, and I will definitely do that for him, just because he's a good friend of mine. So there's those items, and then getting on to this beauty that my buddy Blake gave to me. Those who know me know I love Denix guns, and this is a Denix replica of an 1870s Winchester. Beautiful, and I love the weathered look, to be honest. It is in good shape. Now, when I first got it, it was in a little bit finicky condition. But what I mean is the lever here would not function properly. And so I told Blake it really wasn't worth anything, and he actually gave it to me. Thank you very much, man. And when I took it apart, I was really surprised to find out that the internals of this are just like the original 1870s Winchester. And what happened was one of the pins that connects the lever to the top bolt right here was gone, and I just simply made a new one. And of course, made it functional. Beautiful. Gonna look great in my collection. I'm gonna do a little bit of work to it. I'm gonna clean it up just a little bit and try to leave the gray finish, but I'm still gonna clean it up, restain the stock, because the stock itself is starting to split. Put this back on. There we go. It's starting to split right here. So that I'm gonna fix. And then I may even turn this whole thing black just for the heck of it. So thank you very much, Blake. That's a beautiful piece. Gonna go straight in my collection. And another thing I did is I did a trade with a guy off Facebook, and he gave me some deer antlers. So here's one for the next handles. Here's two. Here's three. And here's four. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I look forward to cleaning this up. And I'll definitely do a video showing the inner workings of this. And I'll probably do a video of cleaning this up. But thank you very much, Blake. It's going to look awesome in my collection. And as always, stay sharp.